to go. And might I say, guys, look, that's not one, but 2 rabbits outside my window. Blessed. 2. Blessed. I saw 2 rabbits today rather than 1 that we saw for Easter. And you know what? I just think this is symbolism. This is symbolism for, we were talking about at Easter, restoring wholeness, coming back to union, reunion, the birth of whole self. And then we have, but through the reflection of love from within to without, then we have 2 rabbits. We've gone from 1 to 2. And you see how the patterns repeat themselves? It's like we go from 2 to 1, then 1 to 2. And it's showing us something. The reflection, the expansion of fertility. And I just think it's interesting that, Fibonacci, when he was figuring out this sequence, was studying rabbits and rabbit fertility. And the rabbit is great symbolism for spring and the fertile energies. And we're seeing this right now. They've also shared one extra message with me, and I just want to receive it. This is connected to the Time Master. The Watcher, take the high road. Do not sink to the level of low vibration. Observe the situation closely before acting. Being silent is an option. Ethics is the #1 concern. It is best not to continually draw attention to yourself just for the sake of filling your ego. A little mystery is a good thing. Those are beautiful, beautiful animals, and they're very sacred. They're connected to the energy of vulnerability. And we know our strength is through opening up to our softness and our vulnerability. Through our experiences. The magic, snow leopard magic, is all about the power of being the silent watcher. Western society is an extroverted one with the emphasis on the individual and on being seen. Yet there is much advantage to examining things quietly and observing before making decisions. Taking your time and observing a situation before you decide to take your next steps is wise. Now this is the energy of the High Priestess. Being able to sit within the stillness, being able to respond and not react. And we're gathering information. That's what we're doing. We're gathering information. Seeking knowledge. Snow leopard magic is mysterious and ethical and can be used when you need assistance in taking the righteous path. Wow. All right. I want to see what that connects to. Now, I felt called to share channeled messages right now rather than at the beginning. I just want to get them out now. Here's the channeled messages. Two of Pentacles is connected to the Two of Cups. And this is equaling the Eight of Wands energy. And this is energy created for forward momentum, movement. And they showed me it's explosive movement. This movement, it's like when you're starting the engine. You're ready to go. This Two of Cups expands into the Two of Hearts. And I was like, well, don't they mean the same thing? And they're like, no. They actually, it's equality through love. So the Two of Cups is the equality they showed me. But the Two of Hearts is of love. And so the Two of Hearts equals one love. coming back to one. That's what they're showing me. This is really indicating union from within. This equals the 10 of Cups. And they specifically said this is a love home filled with the divine light of creation, from a serpent to a king. And the king is connected to a god and goddess. And the god and goddess is connected to union, reunion, and the connection between union and reunion is connection. And connection is connected to creation. Now, let's go forth and see what this all means. Now, 2 decks were present. I've been called to get a message from both because apparently we're not done receiving. So there's going to be one more message from here and one more message from this lovely deck. And then we're going to get some messages. Well, hello, Spirit. Thanks for showing up. And yes, there it is. Yin Yang Lover. There's the attraction to the energy of opposites. Just being attracted to what we're attracted to and not fighting it. We're unveiling the truth. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes the room and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. And that's true. Like, you see people react to the truth. Even I felt that relief. I felt that relief within, was like, oh, now we're finally at the truth of the matter. Yes, it's hard, but we're at the truth of the matter. And you feel that relief. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize this by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. This requires us to step toward an active truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, connected to your health and a sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Clarity, revelation, and disclosure. And this is what is needed for the coming together of yin and yang, the truth. Okay. All right. Let the feminine lead the way. And look at that. All these cards connected to the feminine energy, and it's time for the feminine energy to lead the way. And remember, we have masculine and feminine within all of us. So this is letting the feminine energy within lead the way. And this is connected to our intuition. This is connected to the divine. This is connected to that energy of the great feminine and the power that she has in order to birth anew, to see what needs to be seen in the unseen, in the unknown. Let the feminine lead the way. The feminine principle in you, whether man or woman, is the way forward in your life now. She is the principle of feeling and of surrender. Feeling the intelligence of the divine guiding light in a way that the masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you're going, Therefore, you can feel your way forward. Trust her and let your mind go and let your senses lead you, becoming more exquisite and communicative. Be led by your heart. Don't worry if you don't know all the details yet or how it's going to work out. She knows her way. Let her lead. And this is not about all the time what's logical. We have to trust our senses and our intuition over our intellect. And that's key. Senses. We're sensing. My coming out is the freedom to fully be who I am and the surrender to the divine essence expressing through and around me. My coming out is the marriage of twin souls with my life partner in gratitude, in love, unfolding as more than we could ever be on our own. And look at that. The message of twin souls. Right here within this deck. And it showed up to speak to us today. There is so much going on to show that the masculine and feminine energies are coming together for creation. Wow. And I think it's time for our ancients to speak after all that. What do the ancients have to say about this? What? Okay. Divine Guardian. Protection of the winged mother. And there it is. This is all connected to the channeled message that was received here from that book. And it's connected to ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. And this is connected to our healing as well as our vibration and the connection of us coming together through the truths being unveiled. This is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Here it is. And we know we've activated the portal of light. We're gliding through time and space. This card is all about the challenges that we face. And it's like, you know, we gain something, we lose something, we're being pushed and pulled. All these things are happening to us, and this is, you know, recognizing that it's not easy. This is a journey, and it's a journey not for the faint of hearts, but that's because of who we are and what we came here to do. We're stronger than we think that we are, and we need to recognize this. And we also deserve more, a lot of us, than we think we do. And we need to recognize that we deserve love. We are love. We do matter. Protection of the winged mother. You are venturing through a time of significant spiritual growth and healing. There are many changes occurring internally, and they will be reflected in your external world soon also. Now a second message of this being received. You are also protected during these times by the love and the strength of the winged mother, Lady Isis. You can relax and allow your transformation to happen. Let your divine guardian protect you now as you learn to let go and trust in your own unfoldment for the greatest good. This reminds me of a couple of things. I can't really, I was starting to think, I can't really remember the last time I really felt happy. There's certain times around here where I was just gifted happiness. I've had to create so much of it. And it gets so exhausting at doing it. It gets so exhausting creating harmony from disharmony. And it's like, you know, I sit there and I've wondered, will anything ever change? Is this the rest of my life? Because this is exhausting. This is tiring. Will it ever get easier? Will I never have to work so hard because I'm drained? But then I stop and I think about the mother giving birth. You know, her instincts just kick in. And it's natural. Yes, but then quite oftentimes it's guided by that divine feminine energy. You know, when I was giving birth, I didn't know what to do. And because I kept looking to the doctor and I kept listening to the doctor, and, you know, I wasn't listening to my instincts. And then there was a nurse there and she just helped me to activate. And it was through her energy and through her presence. And she just looked at me and she's like, you know what? You can do this. We can do this. And the second she said that, it's like my instincts kicked on. And I like, it wasn't the fear of, can I do this? Can I not do this? And looking for someone else to help me do it. It was just using that natural instinct that was within me and connecting to that raw power within. And it just happened. Then, you know, there was my son. And you know, wouldn't that be such a gift if happiness could just happen like that, if we didn't feel like we had to work so hard for it? And now here we are with this message from the Divine Mother telling us that we don't. And we need to have trust and we need to have faith in the work that we've done. And not thinking that, you know what, the rest of our lives are just going to look like the dark night of the soul. And we got to cultivate that relationship with divine timing. That's all I can say, guys. That's all I can say. Ancient power, mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. The rattle of Isis is playing in the hand of the goddesses now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your own crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. So now we've got a message. Music. Connect to music. And of course, music is going to help us with our vibration. Creating some music out there right now. Now, you know, this just reminds me too of like even substances, like how we end up in addiction with the devil energies to begin with. Well, it's because we were trying to create happiness. We were trying to create happiness through the substance. We were trying to create a feeling through the substance. A need wasn't being met. So here we were. And now we're trying to create it. But this is about doing spiritual work and then being gifted it to you in divine timing. And now we've got another message of the feminine, the goddess. This rattle's connected to the goddess. And being initiated into be able to be beloved by her ancient mysteries. Life can become now interesting. Life is more interesting. No. Her ancient mysteries An initiate of Isis does not just learn new ideas as a student, but is thrown into the experience of the mysteries in a real day-to-day living so that they can be truly mastered in our lives and then utilized in service to help the lives of others too. So that one day all beings will be healed and whole according to the will of the divine feminine. And there it is. All of us shall be whole and healed through the will of the divine feminine. Well, thank you. Because this is the path. This is the path. Now, I just want to see what extra messages need to be shared, and we're going to get some tarot. Needs a reshuffle, guys. Needs a reshuffle. Just want to see if there's any other connection here to the last reading. Is there any other connection here? Divine Feminine. Okay. Here it is. The curse. We know we're dealing with this energy. This is keeping the truth from being spoken. From behind the veil. But we're not doing that anymore. We've connected, we know, to the Council of Light. Here's where we see 1111. We're activated. We're awakening. We're connecting to the energy of the ancients. And now we're on the journey. We're on mission work. And that connects us to the energy of the hunter. And this is the message right here. Now, we've entered the sweat lodge. This is where we've entered in order to purify and restore wholeness. And we know we're using and connecting to many paths on our vision quest, on our spiritual quest. And this is connected to our divine blueprints. So this is what's being activated right now. The hunter, the essence. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forest to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than what the village needs to survive. Often taking only one creature, the good kill. He is a master tracker and knows which path to follow to find success. The invitation. Rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker, find your internal compass, and use all your senses, including your common sense. And yes, so often, we have to use our common sense. It's like, so many people want to argue spiritualism and just use your common sense with a lot of what we're applying. I know so much of it is unseen and wow, woo, woo-woo, whatever they want to use that word. I don't know, but off the wall. But just apply off the wall and then, common sense to off the wall. And, you've pulled in the energy of the opposites and then you have the whole. And that's the thing, we got to stop thinking that here on the planet, only one thing means the truth. That's baffling. That's how can only one thing equal the truth? It's a combination of many things equaling the truth. This is only one thing can happen in the world at the same time. With a world with how many billion people, only one thing is happening. There's only one story. It always has to just be one thing. That makes us feel safe. But we're multidimensional. So we need to understand it's a multitude of things to create the one, just like us. It's all of us come back to one, come back to source. But then we can all break apart. Break apart, come back together. Break apart, come back together. And apply common sense. I feel like that was a little bit of a tangent I was going on there. Let me get back over here. But we do have to follow our own map. This is connected to our divine blueprint. Our divine blueprint within. Our path. Our light. The medicine. Don't settle for the roadkill. It could be poison. Be careful that you do not become the prey of your desires and fantasies. Remember to not want more than you need. So you're not guided by unbridled ambition. It's okay to come home empty-handed. Now this also reminds me of something too. Someone's idea of success might not be our own. So we can't just be many times I felt pressured to go off of somebody else's idea of success rather than my own. And I felt like I wasn't creating properly, but it didn't align in my heart. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel good with my energy. And then I always ended up trying to create my happiness in another way because that wasn't in alignment with my happiness, because it wasn't in alignment with my truth. Okay. Now it's time for some tarot. I'm really missing the tarot. I feel like we've had a lot of oracle here lately. And I want to get back to the tarot. But I love oracle. Well, what's happening? Temperance. And of course we're being tempered through the fire and the water. There it is, guys. That fire and the ice. That's what's... There's the connection right there. Our energies are being tempered, and I'm really sorry, and I apologize for any noise in the background that's triggering anyone. We know that we're all harmonizing with our loved ones, and I'm harmonizing with mine, and the world cannot stop just because I'm doing a reading. So I want to be creating with integrity of the light here for you guys, and honoring the fact that this is a healing for healing purposes, and I want you guys to be healing with me and healing with us here to harmonize and raise the vibration. Thank you for doing this, just that. And as well as I need to also honor my family's needs. And right now they're doing their best so that all can happen. Now, look at that. That looks like connection to the masculine and feminine, the fire and water right there to me, through temperance, through the angels, through the heavens. And look at our energies connecting. There it is, right there. There's the alchemy. And that is connected to La Luna, but that's also connected to Venus, and they're showing me Neptune right now. Somehow Mars is in the mix. All right, and that's connected to the Palace of Coins. And the Palace of Coins is, this is the place you're going to manifest. And this is what your manifestations look like. This is the ultimate place to manifest and ground energy. And this is connected to Taurus season. Taurus season, our manifestation powers are going to be amped up. And it's connected to our wisdom and the energy of the world. Spinning that wheel and the clock and starting anew with our experience. And this is, it's connected to the energy of magic. Like this is connected to magic. And there's the Eight of Wands. We discussed the Eight of Wands from channeled messages from the book. That's going to be that explosive energy. Like the car is starting. The car is starting now. We're revved up. We're ready to go home. Well, we are, because we're going from the 8 to the 9. Let's see. This card, 2. Yeah, we are. We're going with our wands. Okay. We're going from the 8 to the 9. And here we are connected to the sun and the moon. We're going to take shot. We're going to take aim. We're getting a little tired here. We need to have a little rest. But we're getting ready to move forth with the Knight of Wands. And now we've added the energy of youth. Now this is that engine revved up. Okay? You look at that. That dragon's revved up and ready to go with the energy of fire. And it has to do with the Eight of Cups and the moon and the connection to the Two of Cups and the Two of Cups expanding to the Two of Hearts. And it's connected to truths. And this is connected to the curse. We're going to use the King of Swords to speak our truths. And this is like 11-11 in Swords energy. So we're activated like 11-11, but with the energy of the communicative properties of truth. And this can be from within to without, and it has to do with our anxieties. There's the Nine of Swords and our clarity over our conflict. And we're being gifted right now the Ace of Coins. And that's connected to the Palace. And expanding with the energy of Taurus. The gifts that that's going to bring to us. And this is happening in the Palace of Swords. So now we have two palaces present. We have the Palace of Coins, and we know that's the ultimate place to manifest in, manifestation powers. We have the Palace of Swords. This is the ultimate places to speak truths, to communicate truths, and to expand with truths. So we are having the daughter and son energies meet up, because we know Pentacles is daughter and the Swords is son. So son and daughter energies meeting up to restore wholeness and expand with. So this is the sibling energy, brother and sister even. You can be being reflected back to you through siblings right now, healing for your counterpart. Because remember, it's all connected. It's just a different kind of love. But we can still reflect back to us love, and also the disharmonies and where we need to change our vibration and tune to create what we're creating. And that is on our spiritual quest, the Nine of Pentacles energy, where we are growing and expanding. And here's the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands right here, the energy of fertilization. Applying the masculine energy to the void and expanding with it with unconditional love. And we're finding strength to do so. And now, as we find strength to do so, we connect to the Queen of Swords. And there is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Masculine and feminine. Wholeness achieved. We're healing from the energy of the curse. And we're going to act with it. Because here's the King of Wands. We're going to act with our truths. And it's from within to without. It's connected to the Hermit and our experience, and we're doing this within. There's an activation within here. We're working on something here with the Three of Coins and the Queen of Coins. We're working on something here that we're going to manifest with. And it's connected to the Page. So now we have masculine and feminine energies, King of Wands and Page of Wands coming together. But now we have the youthful and mature energies coming together in order to create something. Let's see what it is. We're going to ask the moon, what's being created here? What's being created? Abundance, of course it is. Abundance. We have the energy of Jupiter, and this is the connection to our abundance. This is connected to the Nine of Wands. And success, because we're going to hit our mark, we're going to hit our aim, and we're going to expand and have our abundance. Thank you, Jupiter. This is connected to the energy of Sagittarius. And now we have the energy of the Golden Ages, Aquarius, I know, and this is advancement. Advancement and being able to see the future. Rock in your inner uniqueness, rock in your shine, rock in your weirdness, knowing that that's part of the path. That's part of what makes this planet special. But you know that if you're an Aquarius. Now, we're creating the Golden Ages right here. And that's connected to what's being activated within the Hermit. So let's see what is being activated here. I guess we're going here. The Flame. And there it is. We could drop the mic right now. And I feel like I could go on being happy for a very long time with just this message being received here alone in that presence. The flame, the fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it's lit, we're connected to our purpose. and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten, and to protect the flame. No matter how harshly the winds around you blow, it could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman could call to you with the language of the flame. And this is healing. This is connected to our health, our mental clarity, and good digestion, because we're working with our solar plexus. And that's the main thing. And this is connected to transformation. And Pluto, I transform, is sitting right here. We know we're in a time of transformation. And it is a number 11. And we've got Saturn returns. And now Saturn is returning here, the Lord of Karma, to remind us that we have experience in order to expand with. This is the Judgment card. This is destroying to create. And now here we have the energy of Sagittarius sitting right here. I see what I need to see, because my flame is lit. And now we're going to destroy in order to create. There's Black Moon Lilith. And we're transforming. We know that. There's the energy of death. And it's to love. There's Venus. There's the Empress. There's the great feminine energy. And she's helping us to create our fun house. This is the Six of Cups. This is being able to create with the vibration of the child now. And it's through sensing. We're using the feminine energy because we need to be able to sense. We need to be able to sense what's in our way as well as what's not in our way. The Grand Provoker is sitting right here. This is our obstacles. But our obstacles helping us to transform into who we're meant to be and put us on the right path to where we're going. And we're going to expand with the energy of spirit and the sun. Growth. Alright? And it's connected to our truth. And that's what Saturn is here to tell us. Saturn is here to tell us that it's time for us to create with our truths. And Chiron is here to tell us it's time to heal. And why? Why are we doing all this work? Because at the end of the day, we just want to be friends. We all just want to be friends. And those of us that don't, well, hopefully they have their own island, right? Okay. Enough jokes for now. Enough humor. Let's move on. See which energy are we creating with right here? Pluto, I transform. And there it is. We're going to transform. This is connected to the extremes, the energy of the extremes. Death, sex, birth, and rebirth. But we're rebirthing, right? And we're healing from extremism energy. We know that we have to pull in the gap between the extremes. There's a lot of extremes here. And there's the energy of Taurus and the earth. And Taurus season, wanting it to make its presence known. There's going to be a great shift at that time. Now we know we're in a time of transformation, so it's time to get a transformation oracle, and then we're going to say goodbye. Our flames are lit. The Divine Feminine is helping us so much right now. And that's in order for the masculine to rise and heal as well, as thus we are connected and one. And this is also so she can be acknowledged for all of her hard work. And all of her hard work throughout the dawns of time. The feminine is incredible and needs to be honored as an equal in a healthy, healing, and productive way without dishonoring the masculine and cutting the masculine down. We are thus connected. We are one. We are love. We are unconditional love. All right. We know we're transforming. All right, guys. It's time to rebirth. It's time to surrender to purification. And this is connected to renewal. That's a number 11 right there. Because we're stuck and we need to be liberated. Here it is. They've given us the perfect path. We're going to surrender to purification and have our rebirth. And this is where the activation is. There's the number 11. Because we're stuck and we need liberation. All right? But in order to liberate, we need to forgive. We are going to forgive, and that is going to allow us to emerge. And as we emerge, we're going to apply our generosity. This is where we add the positive charge, and we really amp up our law of attraction game. Because now we're going to change direction. And we're changing direction because look here, we applied the generous charge. We added the positive charge. And now we're going forth to connection. And this is where we want to be.
Hey, okay, guys. Please subscribe to my mommy's channel today.
Thanks, Boo. And it's connected to the time we are in right now. Renovation. We've been renovating for some time now. But this is where we're going. And remember, this can be gifted to you faster than you think. We don't know. It's divine timing. Rebirth. Wake up to a new start. We return to a new life after a period of loss and numbness. What was dormant now awakens. Our heart was broken. We suffered a loss. Daily stress overwhelmed us, and we shut down emotionally. It felt like part of us died. The pain, the pressure, the chaos was too great, so we buried our feelings. We gave up hope, daydreamed aimlessly, or stumbled in despair until now. Time heals all wounds. Spring always returns. The emotional winter felt unbearable, long and harsh. Not everything will survive. We may be unable to awaken old dreams or resume abandoned relationships. Some projects are lost. Friendships are neglected for far too long and they may perish. But we can thaw out our feelings and start again. We redo our online profile, change our style, take another photo and begin dating or job hunting again. For some people, a vacation or retirement brings much needed rejuvenation and a second chance at life. We've changed, and so has the world. It's time to live again. This says everything from the time that we are in. And remember, we're being connected to a new source of energy. And that's the link to this message. And that's the link to rebirth. And that's the link to the time that we are in. Life can and will be different than before. We all need renewal, a fresh start, and a chance to come back again after a long, difficult season. We are reborn. Now, guys, there's so much symbolism for the time we are in. And we need to look at this as a rebirthing. A rebirthing. I'm just in awe of the gifts that this reading has had to offer for us today. I feel like there's one more card. Just one more card. I know we have so many cards here, but there's one more card. All right. There it is. We must use our divine blueprints, the tree of life, the pathways that we are taking on our spiritual quests to connect to our Ace of Cups, our well, the spirit, and ourself. This is the connection to the water energies, the mother energies through us. And the connection to spirit. This is the connection to the divine feminine and the unknown. And we're going to expand it with the energy of the Emperor. And there is the Empress and the birth, the rebirth. And we know this is where the magic happened. Or is going to happen. Or is happening. And it has to do with the star. We're healing. We know with the energy of Aquarius. Thank you. And helping us to build the golden ages. And heal from the dark ages. And the shadow energies. And the harm that they've caused. And here they are. We're healing from this. I'm gonna get this star back up here because I need her here. We're healing from this. And we know this is connected to this. We have to continue to keep going though. And there it is. There's the two. Two of Pentacles, restoring balance. Remember, the Two of Pentacles is connected to the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is expanding to the Two of Hearts, but it's equaling one. That's the message here. It's all coming back to one. It's all coming back to love. It's all coming back to spirit. The connection between the masculine and the feminine through the feminine as the masculine heals and expands. This is the way the path is set out and laid out right now. And remember, it's not about one being better than the other. We're both connected. We're both one. The work that we're doing is both equally as important. It's just the path that's laid out in order to come back to one and heal. Harmonize and raise the vibe. Descent. There's our descent into the underworld in order to rebirth with innocence. And there it is. We must use our intuition. And you know, I never even seen this card before, but this is what we've been doing here lately on the channel. Really amping up, following intuition. What that looks like, what that means. Guys, come on. Like, here we are talking about the divine feminine, all this work that the feminine is doing. And now look, we're using our intuition And we're sensing, we're seeing, we're seeking the knowledge. And look, there's the water. And look at all the symbols that she is connecting to through the energy of water, the feminine, the mother energy. And she's scribing them through her intuition. And I'm going to keep doing it and sharing it here with you guys. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I'll see you soon. Take care.